One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Seminoles offense comes onto the field first today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class and this next cycle.
Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Grab near the marker, it's White. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Irvin. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Stanford!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. On the move. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Offense scoops it up and still going. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Webster. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Oh, he got loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one,
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Webster. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Flips it out on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here.
Turning it on, running into the open space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. It's 4. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Brown wants to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Rides the back and leaves it. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not.
The ball squirts free. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. On the move. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Snagged that ball in the end zone, but couldn't keep the... coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense not showing press coverage. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Off play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
They'll run the screen. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Brown will throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. A run for the quarterback.
You know, you talk so much about QB. having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The Cardinal with a third down play. Let's see what they call coming out of the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed him.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Noles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Now the play fake. And they can't make the play on third down. And here comes the punt team.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Doyle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Castellanos. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And it's a nice stop by this defense, and you would think now it's decision time by this offense. I got the ball inside of the 2. Man, stay aggressive. Even if they stop you, they got to go 90.
Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the right side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Brown will throw it. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow.